In many organizations today, there is a diagnosis that gets made every single quarter that is almost always wrong. And people, the leadership come down to the conclusion that the team is disengaged. But now let's look at this scenario. Yes, the team is disengaged. And how does it show up? It shows up in the data. Productivity is below where it should be. Meeting energy is flat. The kind of discretionary effort that separates a good quarter from a great one is absent. And the conclusion that leadership draws is that something is wrong with the people's motivation. Now, having come to that conclusion, what does management do? What does leadership do? They invest in motivation. They invest in team days. They invest in recognition programs, updated benefits packages, town halls, where the CEO reiterates the vision with more enthusiasm than the last time. And the engagement scores barely move. You're wondering, what exactly is happening? Because the team was never disengaged. They were disconnected from the picture. And those two things require entirely different responses. You see, disengagement is an emotional state. It is what happens when people have stopped caring, and then disconnection from the big picture is a cognitive state. It is what happens when people can't see how their daily work connects to something larger than the immediate task in front of them. They care. They simply cannot see the line from where they sit to where the organization is trying to go. Now, McKinsey's research found that only 25% of employees globally feel that their leaders are engaged, or that their leaders are passionate and truly inspiring. Now, that is 1 in 4, which means in any given organization, 3/4 of the workforce is doing work they understand, but not work they can see the purpose of. Imagine going to work every single day and you're doing work for the sake of work, but you don't see the purpose in it. Now, think about this. Picture this. A logistics organization is 18 months into a significant transformation program. New systems, new processes, new reporting lines. The senior leadership team is genuinely committed they are committed to the destination. Then the middle layer, that's where you have the operational managers who are responsible for translating strategy into daily execution, are working harder than they have in many years. And they are producing less than they did before the transformation even started. When the head of transformation finally sits with the managers and asks directly, what is happening? The answer is consistent across every single conversation. We know what we're supposed to do today. We do not understand why it matters. We do not know what we are building towards. We know what we're supposed to do, but we don't see the purpose in it. And how does this affect the team? But think about, just pay attention. From what I've said so far, the strategy existed. The communication of it had never created the picture. And without the picture, the middle layer was executing in the dark, competently, diligently, and without the navigational reference point that would have made every difficult decision faster and every piece of extra effort feel worth making. This pattern is accelerating in organizations implementing AI-driven change. The technology team understands what they are building. The executive layer understands why. The operational middle, the people that are actually responsible for changing how work gets done, frequently cannot see the picture that would make the change feel meaningful rather than disruptive. Without that picture, adoption stalls, not from resistance, from the absence of a clear line between today's effort and tomorrow's outcome. I love what Simon Sinek said. Simon Sinek captured the governing principle precisely. He said, leadership is not about being in charge. It's about taking care of those in your charge. And the most fundamental act of care a leader can offer is a picture clear enough that people can navigate toward it without having to check back for directions at every step. That is what defines a great leader from a good leader. So I share with you 3 actions for this week that you can implement. First, test the picture clarity in your organization. Ask 5 people at different levels of your team to describe in one sentence where the organization is going and why it matters. Do not correct or supplement their answers. Listen for where the picture is sharp, where it is vague, and where it is entirely absent. That is task number 1, recommended. See what turns out. Then number 2, simplify your strategic narrative to a single clarifying sentence. Most senior leaders can give a detailed answer about strategy. Very few can give a simple one. And it is the simple one that travels. If you cannot express the destination in one clear, jargon-free sentence that a new team member could understand on day 1, then the picture is not yet clear enough to navigate by. Are you seeing where the problems begin to come in? And number 3 recommendation you could implement this week is audit how often your team communications connect the immediate task to the larger purpose. Next week, in every team briefing that you run, include one sentence that explicitly connects what you are asking people to do today to why it matters for where you all are going. Where is your picture most blurred right now? Where is it most blurred in your organization? Is it at the top? Is it in the middle? Or at the point of delivery? Tell me in the comment section. Here's the thing. We would discuss this. We keep the conversation going because people invest in motivation, team days, recognition, programs, and all of that. But yet things just don't turn out right because of all of these things that we've discussed. And once you pick out where the lines are blurred or where it doesn't exist at all, where it is really sharp, put it down in the comment section and I'll be glad to read through. And the next conversation you have might just be the one that changes your leadership style or takes your organization to the next level. My name is Stallone-Obaraemi Samuel, and my sincere desire for you, my friend, is that you go on succeeding by becoming a better version of yourself. Bye for now.